And the wildfires, like there's no part of the country that's not being affected by weather.
Oh, I know.
Brian.
I know. Let's take a quick look at Danny right now. Just we haven't been able to talk much about the tropics or really anywhere else because there hasn't been much activity. But yeah, Cat 3, first Atlantic hurricane of the season 2 and the first major hurricane. So I wouldn't say setting records, but certainly starting off very interesting. Here's the projected path. Takes it all the way into the Caribbean early next week. So end of the weekend, early next week, that's when we'll start to see some areas where it could actually make landfall, maybe some of the smaller islands. But either way, it will do that as a smaller beast as well. So that's good news. So it won't be the Cat 3 once it makes landfall. Here we're talking about dry weather, hazy weather as well. Not dry in the sense of humidity, that's for sure. Maybe dry in the sense that we just don't have thunderstorms right now, but humidity levels we knew could come up for a little bit. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of activity going on across this valley. 25-mile-per-hour winds there. So we've gotten a pretty good breeze to even gusty conditions. Expect that for tonight and maybe even for tomorrow as well. Things could shape up that way. 104 degrees right now. So current temperature still warm but cooler than yesterday. Does it feel like that? Probably not, right? Over toward the east, that's where we're seeing the moisture, but we just managed to get a little stripe up through the valley. And for the most part, it just means humidity. I guess there's a little bit of a chance maybe over the weekend we could see maybe a mountain thunderstorm. It'd be very isolated and it's still very small, but I'm just mentioning it because certainly we're going to have moisture that will be nearby, but won't really get crazy until maybe next week. So if you're going out, just consider that thunderstorm threat as slight, but it is still there, and that's why I'm mentioning it. We're talking about if you're hiking, it's still going to be warm enough where you're going to need to hydrate, and so we like to kind of show you what you can do on the weekends, and who doesn't like to beat the heat and go to the upper elevations, but always take precautions. And then overnight lows in the 80s pretty much. Next week we start to see more moisture roll on in. That monsoon flow is not done yet. We hit the peak of hurricane season usually in September, so we're just kind of ramping up, and we also see the monsoon flow wind down in September. So I think truly we'll be doing pretty well in another couple of weeks. Back to the desk.
Brian, thank you. Time now.